involved in the industry. The students at this time have a much higher level of technology background than people 20 years ago could ever hope to have. And the apprenticeship system at that point in time was functional 20 odd years ago because the technology wasn't so sophisticated and advanced. And now our students get a good idea of what the technology is and how to use it before they go out and do their internship.
And that's in their senior year? Is
Yes.
that, what year are you in?
I'm in my senior year.
So you're involved in that right now?
I'm involved in planning it right now.
Okay.
I'm actually a double major, so I have to undertake 2 internships, one for my music business major and one for my sound recording major. So I'm planning my spring one now, and I'll be planning my summer one in the spring.
So what would be an example of like an internship? It would be...
An internship in sound recording technology could be at a recording studio. It could be at one of these high-level music recording studios. It could be at a television station doing sound for television. We've had students do their internships at places like WGBH, Channel 9, Channel 5, Channel 7, many of the local cable channels, various radio stations. We've had students all around the country in their internships. This past summer, we had a student doing an internship in Tokyo, 2 in New York City, 1 in Los Angeles, 1 in Chicago, and 1 in Puerto Rico. And the only requirement I have is that it's related to audio, and the internship supervisor must speak English. And we can work with that.
Mark?
You guys were talking about how you can do radio, you can go TV station, you know, radio, audio. What kind of programs do you have that steer away from the traditional music production? I know you guys have a program for, I think, audio production for other things. Like, what are these kinds of programs you have that help show people it's not just about the music?
Yeah. We have our sound recording technology courses set up such that we teach them how things operate and how things are used to create a product that you want to create. What that product is really a variable that can change. It can change significantly. If students understand how technology works, then they can keep pace with changing technology. Because the technology that people know when they graduate at 22 or 23 is going to be obsolete when they turn 30. It's awful to think about and it's awful to say, but it's absolutely true. So we're more concerned about them getting their 3rd job than their 1st job. We have courses in audio for visuals. We have courses in computer applications in music. We have courses in sound synthesis. So we look at the industry in a wide variety of ways. But one of the very cool things is we have a course in the 1st semester of the senior year that we call the audio industry that's specifically about all of the careers available right now. But more importantly, what are the industry trends and what are the technology trends and where do things appear to be going? And we're always wrong about where things go. And that's the one thing I've learned is that you can be consistently wrong when you try to project the future. But it's a helpful thing because it gets people thinking about where things are going to be.
Can I follow up with the technology? What are some of the challenges that you're facing with, I understand you have a new graduate program in sound recording technology. What are some of the challenges that you're finding with the departments and students as far as the emerging technologies that constantly changing? How do you keep up with these demands? And
yeah, it's what makes our industry terrifically wonderful and terrifically frustrating, is that things change so radically and so very quickly. The master's degree program in sound recording technology that we're starting this semester, is our very first semester of running it, is the first in the United States, a Master of Music and Sound Recording Technology. It's something we've been looking forward to establishing for a number of years and something we're very proud of. One of the aspects of this program is that we now have a platform to engage companies who develop recording devices and software and technologies here on campus to help them test out their ideas, to help them work through some of their products before they become products, and engage some advanced students who have some sophisticated skills with audio recording, and put it in a controlled environment in some of our very wonderful spaces where we can do very objective analyses of different devices. So it has given us a way of interacting with developers and interacting with companies in very substantive ways where we can help them and they can provide us with equipment that we can bring into the classroom, and more importantly that we can give back to them when it becomes obsolete so we can get their newer thing.
Final question.
Could we just talk for a minute about the Audio Engineering Society? I know it's a student-run component of the sound recording.
Yes,
program.
we have a student chapter of the Audio Engineering Society here on our campus, and it's been attached to the sound recording program since the program started. It's a student-run chapter of an international society. So the students have an opportunity to run the chapter. It meets about every 3 weeks where they bring in guests from the industry to talk about whatever they want to have the guests talk about. So it reflects their interest. There's a faculty advisor that helps them bring in the various guests. One of the very wonderful things that happens is the students get enticed into going to the International Conference of the Audio Engineering Society every year, where about 40,000 people engaged in the audio industry come together in either the East Coast or the West Coast. And they get to see some of the high-end product, and they also get to get a sense of how broad the industry is and how many different types of careers there are in the industry, and they get to network a little bit and have a sense of awe about what's going to be available to them once they graduate. But this is an international society that reaches throughout the world, so they also have a sense of how they fit with the big picture. I've been involved with the AES for a good number of years, and I was the chair of the education committee for the AES, and I was the chair of the International Convention just a few years ago, one of the co-chairs of the convention. So we've had that kind of close relationship on our campus for quite some time. And it really enriches the student experience and puts them in control of some of their education.
So the field trips that are involved would be those types of things, going
Yes.
to
We have arranged for field trips to such places as one of the world-class mastering facilities in Portland, Maine, New York City, many trips into Boston, WGBH, various recording studios, and the like.
Great.
Mark, do you have anything? I'd like to thank you for participating for our student production, Eye on You. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And please join us for our next show on new and innovative research and programs at the University of Massachusetts Lowell. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Signing off, Bridget Driscol.
Cassie Rubico.
Mark Stern.
Are we done?